Greetings. Today we are going to talk about the Wheel of Time. When we say Wheel of Time, we are going to talk about our 16 Nitya Devis, the goddesses which is there in this Wheel of Time. As we all know, sun controls our soul and the moon controls our mind. And the planets sun and the moon are the real causes of lunar phases. Now these 16 Devis are the goddesses which rules the 16 lunar days or Kala. It's a complete circle, and that is why it's a wheel of time. Our consciousness, or we call it as mind, has 16 dimensions. So this 16 dimensions of mind has direct relation with the 16 Nitya Devis, 16 faces of a moon. Otherwise also we call moon as the lord of our mind. Knowing these goddesses is knowing ourselves or knowing our mind. When we talk about goddesses anytime, you always see they are always related to our life. And it is very nice to know them like that than just goddesses, which we see it in temple. So let us explore the 16 goddesses today, or let us explore our mind today. The first goddess is Kameshwari. The name Kameshwari itself is Kama. Kama is desire. The goddesses of desire. And the word desire or Kama is the life force of our life. Desire for anything, desire for living, desire for learning. Anything, we need to have an urge, a fire in us. And that fire is represented by Kameshwari. She is known as Kamakarshini, the attractive power of desire. Kamam does not mean lust, or Kamam does not mean sex directly. There has to be Kamam, there has to be desire in everything that we do. And that is what is she, that is what is Kameshwari, the one who ignites the desire in us. Once you have a desire to implement it, what do you need? It's like when you see a mango on a tree. We don't wait for that mango to fall down. It depends upon the urge in a person, the power of desire in your person. How much is that desire? We use suddenly our buddhi, our intelligence comes or takes the role. How will we get that mango? That gives you the roadmap to reach that goal of life, which is intelligence. Let us throw a stone. No, it is ripened. If it falls down, I will not be able to eat it. All these thoughts comes to our mind is the implementation of the goal or the way towards the goal. That is buddhi. That is Buddhyakarshini. And she is Bhagamalini, the goddess Bhagamalini. So Bhagamalini is the second Nitya Devi. You need this desire or the intelligence to achieve control or achieve the highest satisfaction of our five senses. Our eyes always want to see something good. Our ears always wants to listen to beautiful music. We want to eat the best food. All our five senses urges to have the best in our life. It is basically the first two Nitya Devi is going to help us or take us through achieving the happiness through our five senses, the Panchendriyam. Now the Panchendriyam or the five senses and the goddesses, the Nithyas associated with it. So let's talk about sound. Shabdakarshini. Sound is related to our ears. The sound is related to the element Akasha or ether. One who attracts the sound is Shabdakarshini, or you call it as Nithyaklinna. If there is no Akash, if there is no ether, there is no sound. So the next sense is touch. Touch means skin for us, where you can feel the touch, feel the power of touch. Element associated with the sense touch is air or Vayu we call. Sparshakarshini is represented by the goddesses or the Nithya, Bherunda. The next is Rupa or the form we need to have form. And to see the form, we need to have eyes. And the element or the power of eyes is fire. The goddess is associated to this particular sense is Rupakashini, one who attracts Rupam, one who attracts a form. And she is Vasini. She is associated with light, fire, seeing, eyes, the eyesight. Fourth sense is taste. When we say taste itself, we know that it is water. It's related to water. Rasam or taste. It's so important in life. It's not just the taste of the tongue. It's a taste which is involved in everything in our life. Maha Videshwari is associated with the sense taste, the one who can attract the power of taste. When I said rasam, I said it's associated with water. So the element associated with the taste is water. Gandham, the smell. The nose, it is straight away associated with the element Prithvi, the earth. Gandhagashni, the one who attracts smell, is Shivathoothi, Nitya. I have said about two parts of consciousness, which is Manasa and intelligence. Then the five senses. So once you have the desire, then the buddhi to achieve it, and with these two, you achieve the full happiness of five senses. Achievement of having the best in life, which can satisfy our five senses. Then what comes to your mind? The thought I, aham, me, that sprouts up in your mind. And that is ahangar, the ego. One who attracts ahangaram or the ego, the ahangarakashni, is goddess Twaritha. It's so related. All these desires, intelligence, and the five senses, all these are recorded in our space of our mind called Chitra, which is the ultimate knowledge. After enjoying all happiness through our five senses and understanding and having control on our desires, our buddhi, and even ahangaram, then the knowledge is going to be supreme. It's not just a knowledge. And the Chittakarshini, one who attracts that particular knowledge, is Kulasundari. Just understand that line. The desire, the method to achieve, or you call as intelligence, enjoyment of five senses, then the form aham, and the control over that, like a complete package. 2 plus 5 plus 2, that is 9. So we covered around 9 Nithyas. Now after getting the powers of this 9 Nitya Devis, what comes to a person? You have a dhairyam from inside. Knowledge is power, and this is an ultimate knowledge. One who attracts dhairyam is Dhairyakarshini, and her name itself is Nithya. It's so beautiful if you are able to understand these goddesses in an order. And these are not just knowledges which we read from books. These knowledges are going to be with us not only in this life, much more to come. When I said all these knowledges are stored in Chittam, how it is stored? It is stored as smriti. It is stored as memories. Memories for a lifetime. The goddesses who attracts the smriti or memory you call is Nithyaklinna, and she is called as Neelapataka Nitya. All these memories are written in blue in color, the healing blue color. Whatever it is our mind, our human mind. Once we have all these things, then an urge for a name comes in. An urge for acceptance comes in, which is very normal, which is very common. An urge for success. But I feel that success feeling has to be from your mind. One who can attract that success, one who can attract that Vijaya is Namakashri. One who attracts names. She is goddess Vijaya, goddess of success. You can really make it for the world that you are successful. that is not going to give you happiness from inside, or that is not going to give you happiness from your mind. At the end of the day, you are answerable for only one thing. When you look at your mirror, when you look at yourself, or when you want to answer your own mind, you should feel that happiness. And that is what is success. That is not related to money. That is not is equal to money. That is not equal to positions which you have achieved in life. That is something you need to feel from inside. The contentment, the happiness, the ultimate happiness of achievement. Once you go through all these stages or all these dimensions of mind, what do you feel? You feel that emptiness. That is which is true happiness. That emptiness, that subtle form, that means you have reached a portion of a cycle. You are going to complete a portion of a cycle. Like a seed you started and you are going to end as a seed. Like a bijam you started and you are going to end as a bijam. The realization of that bijam, the small little snake, you call it as Kundalini. You call it as a sperm to merge with an ovum. It's a cycle. When your mind sets back to a position of subtleness, the attraction of Bijagarshini, one who attracts immortality, is the Nitya Sharvamangala. You start your life in fullness, you live your life in fullness, you end your life in fullness. The dimension of the mind which accepts immortality or realizes immortality. You start your life as a seed and you end your life as a seed. It's a complete cycle. Then the importance of Sharira is not there. You become mortal. You are ready to give your body or Sharira to the fire. That state of mortality is ruled by the goddess Jwalamalini. Once your mind is ready to do that submission to Jwalamala, then what is left in you? It's the Atma or the software that stored all these informations, all these knowledges, everything. It's only that left with you. The Atma is taken to another form, some place, sometime, somewhere. Not this in yoga, must be in some other yoga. Because energy can be never destroyed or created. But the one who attracts the power of Atma, Atma Kashni, is Chitra Devi. She's Chitra Devi Nitya. What is left? The essence of life, Amritham we call as Amrit, the nectar. The complete knowledge, the complete mind, which started from a desire and ended in a feel, in a knowledge that I means my own Atma, I means my higher self, I means Supreme Self. That particular knowledge is like Paurnami, it's like full moon. The power of Amrita, the power of the nectar, which is going to give a meaning to your life. It is Amrita Kashini. And who else than Tripura Sundari, the ultimate supreme goddesses. Knowing Nitya Devis, knowing the 16 dimensions of mind, it's a knowledge of lifetime. There's no better way than understand your own mind. There's no better way to understand Nitya Devis. How easily, how beautifully you can bring all these goddesses inside your mind. More than that, you understand the power of your mind. You imagine 16 of them includes Tripura Sundari, is part of your mind. I really feel this is the best way to explain them. I hope you all have enjoyed. I hope you all will be able to connect with Nitya Devis and enjoy the power of our mind. Next time you see any phase of a moon, you will be able to understand it's a reflection of your mind. Thank you so much for listening, and I wish you a happy Diwali in advance. Let us light our mind with the light of knowledge, which will brighten our life and it will brighten the life around us. Thank you.